Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to take better photos on your OPPO A6 Pro. Okay, let's open up our camera app, and here I'll show you the things that you can turn on and what things you can use to get the best quality of your photos. Let's begin with the normal photo mode. As you tap on the screen, you'll be able to simply get the focus on the place on the screen that you have just tapped on. Also, as you scroll down, when you have tapped, you're available to increase or decrease the exposure level. So it is really good feature, because let's say that we are in a very well lit environment. It is really bright in the place that we are taking a photo. So sometimes it's good to simply tap on the screen and manually decrease the exposure level a little bit. And thanks to that, we'll be able to simply get a better photo and it won't be that bright. Of course, it also works in the opposite situation. When it's really dark, we can tap on the screen and increase the exposure level a little bit to simply brighten the photo a little bit so it won't be that dark. So the exposure level is really important, and I highly recommend trying it on your own. Also, as you open up those settings right in here, make sure that the Auto HDR is enabled. Thanks to that, we will have the best colors and also the quality. As you open up the settings, you can open up the composition assistance, and you can enable the grid lines. We have the grid, diagonal lines, and the golden spiral. In my personal opinion, the grid is the best. You can now see that the grid appeared on our screen, and thanks to that, we can position our camera in the best way before we take a photo. Let's say I want to take a picture of maybe this plant, and now thanks to that I have enabled the grid. Now I know that it's exactly in the middle of the screen, and that's the moment when I should take the photo. And now you can see that it is perfectly in the middle. So grid lines are really useful. Of course, if you want, you can try to use that golden spiral or diagonal lines. We also have the level that we can enable. Now you can see that in the middle we have this two crosshairs. Maybe I'll do it in that way, so you'll be able to see it. And now we should position our camera in that way that we need to make those crosshairs to be at the same place. Now you can see that we have our golden crosshair in the middle, just like that. And when it changes color into orange, that's like suggestion to us that we are holding our phone on a proper level, and that's the moment when we should take a photo. Okay, as we go to the left side, we have the Pro mode. This feature allows us, this mode actually allows us to change things such as ISO, shutter speed, exposure value, automatic focus, and also the white balance. As you open up the information button, you can read what each thing does. And also, I highly recommend trying all of those features on your own. You can play with those options, adjust everything manually to get the best effect. So currently I'm changing the shutter speed. In here we have the exposure, we have the focus, and also, for example, the white balance. And you can see how the colors are changing. If you want to restore the defaults, hit this button on the left side. Okay, as we go to the right side, we have under more, we have high resolution mode. In this mode, we have 50 megapixel camera quality. So in that mode, we should take all of our photos, but you need to be aware that in this mode we are not allowed to zoom. We only have one zoom level, but we can still tap on the screen to get the focus, and we can change the exposure level. When it comes to normal photo mode, we should avoid using high zoom levels, because they will only cause that the quality of the picture will be much worse. So what I highly recommend to do is using 1x or 2x zoom max and simply moving closer to the object physically instead of using the zoom. So simply zoom with your feet and move closer to the object that you want to take a picture of if you want to achieve the best quality. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.